Okay. Oh, good. Part 2. Petted dogs and neighbors up so they'll give them the money for the eggs. So I really like this time of the year because most of my diet is coming from the vegetables from the garden and eggs from the neighbor. Basically, milk, and the meats are being purchased. So I did do a kind of experiment with the canned meats. I've been buying them a couple every time that I go to the store, and I figured, I better see just kind of how these things taste. So I made barbecue pork the other day in the crock pot, and it was okay. I mean, it's canned meat. I didn't expect it to be like the fresh pork that I would do, but I enjoyed it. I think next time I'll try maybe a certain different type of marinade, but I used open pit original and then honey one, kind of a mixture of both. Like I said, it was provided about 4 meals for the wife and I with 2 pounds of the beef, so that's pretty good. Or the pork, I should say. So it lets me know that it's edible. I know the chicken's easier. I can put the chicken in stews and soups. And so I tend to buy more chicken. Not just in the Keystones, but in the other brands. The Keystones is processed butter. And it's got a 5-year best by date on it. And the reason I say best by date is because it's not an expiration date. The seal's still there. The food's still good. It just starts losing flavor, over time. But even a couple years afterwards, as long as the seal held, it's still edible. Now let's see if I can sneak up here in the Mud Creek as I got a car coming by. There's Mud Creek. Usually I would see turtles or something. Nothing really moving on this side. Well, let's go check the other side. Not the other side. Yes, master. Oh, something was there. This one runs through the whole town. It's split off of the Vermilion River, and it basically splits off just towards Streeter. Not quite that far. It'll run all the way, I think, eventually damn near to Dwight. So it gets out there. No ruck on my back today. Today's gonna be more of a speed walk. And I didn't start the app, so I don't know how far I'll be going. I know where I turned around last time, so I know where the 1 1/4 mile mark is. And if I'm on the way back, it makes it a 2.5 mile walk. And that was how far I walked yesterday with a ruck. Had 12 pounds in it, and it was nice. It was a good exercise. There's the other neighbor's puppy dogs, which I say hi to also. And then he works kind of a second shift like I do, as he's usually up and around about this time. Hi, puppies. Hi, puppy dogs. I know, I'm gonna come see you. I'm going to come see you. Don't you fret. I'll wait till I make the corner here. They're good dogs. They do what they're supposed to do. Make noise. Got chickens back there too. They do kind of get jealous of each other though. Like, oh, pet me. Oh, pet me. There they are. Hi, puppy dogs. Hey, behave. Yeah, good dog. And they get jealous. Okay. Alright. One wants to be the center of attention. Reminds me of some people I know. So, same loop I did before. Like I said, I'm just getting ready for the Senior Olympics. Finally got my emails. So, it's about a little under 2-hour drive. So I'll have to leave sometime before 6 a.m. on Sunday. So I'll just go to bed early on Saturday. Check-in is at 8. Practice is between 8:30 and 9. So I get a couple throws in and hopefully everything's going smoothly. And then the field events are between 9 and 11. And I'm kind of excited because I do have 5 other men competing in my age group. So there will be competition. I got 2 or 3 of them that, definitely are going to make me do my best. Like I said, as long as I throw one in bounds and get, at least 125 feet I said I could throw, I'll be happy. So the plan is to get the first one in there, maybe 115 feet, just nice, smooth, easy throw, then I'm in the game. So no matter what happens, I'm good to go. Now today, what I'll do is I'll kind of practice my spins without the weight, and I can actually do this on the road once I pause the video and see if I can put into practice what I was looking. So I do the one spin around him. I'm not coming around as far as I should, and I think that's why I'm throwing to the right. So one of these days I may just do a demonstration on that. Probably after I compete. If I do really well, then I can kind of do a little instructional video encouragement for us senior citizens. I've been watching some really good throw coaches out there on YouTube, and a lot of shorts, reels of really good throwers, and really kind of just keep working it over and over in my mind so it turns into action when I actually get up there and throw. So I'm hoping that's going to work out really well. Looking forward to it. I don't know what you need to do to qualify for nationals. I'll find out when I get there. And if I do qualify, well, that'll motivate me to do more training. And a lot of it will probably have to be on technique. Because it can be a little hard to throw when it's 20 degrees out and 2 feet of snow everywhere. But I'll take advantage of it when I can. I will probably, when I go to Arizona to see my grandchild, I'll probably take a couple discs with me and the throwing shoes and find a place to throw out there. I don't think it's a problem. Just have to watch out for rattlesnakes. But if it's during a winter break, then I can probably go out to the local high school and do it. Not quite sure when I can get out there. Once again, if I have to, I'll just send the wife. Yeah, she gets a bigger break than I do. I might just have to shoot out there for a weekend, see what happens. So, thanks everybody for joining here. Shout out to a couple of channels. Michael at the Body Beatdown for really motivate me to go for these walks. And like I said, even if you can't do the lifting because of the arm, you can still work on your cardio. You can still work on legs. Of course, I don't want to do a heavy squat section and have my legs killing me on Sunday either. It is Thursday, so it's going to be a rust week for the most part. Just work on the cardio, work on form, go do my competition, and then next week it'll be let's get serious. I've taken next week off on overtime also, so I will have the time to hit the gym, do some more severe workouts. Might even take a trip or two down the Shorewood at that gym and blast arms and really try to get back into top form and see where I can be by November. We'll have to double check with Terry Cox again and see when that meet is in Ohio. If I remember right, it's just right at my couple days before my wedding anniversary. So that one might be a tough one. And if I don't think I can push up the 400, then that's the record. If I want to go there, I want to beat it. So I'll really have to put some more work in. And the arms are where I really need to concentrate more heavily on. So there's that nice field again. I don't know if it picks it up, but you can hear a lot of crickets. This time of the year, crickets and grasshoppers just explode in numbers. And once they get to a certain size, then all of a sudden, it's the spider webs that explode to take advantage of all the abundant food. So we're here. I could walk through here and probably not crawl through too many spider webs in a couple of weeks. This thing will be solid with golden garden spiders. You'll see 15 webs in a 10-foot square area. And it's just taking advantage of the food that's out there. One nice thing about coming down these backcountry roads is it's fairly quiet. If I see 5 or 6 vehicles during my whole walk, that's about normal. Sometimes less, sometimes more, but the average is probably 5 or 6. When I get back, I'll cook up some breakfast, cook up some bacon, chop up some taters, green peppers, throw a couple eggs in there, and then I think I still got enough meat for some sandwiches. Oh, there went a bird. Take to work. Did buy some applesauce. And then maybe I'll stop into the gym in Pontiac and surprise the hell out of them. We'll see how motivated I am. So not much in the way of butterflies floating around. It's kind of surprising. Usually I see quite a few of them. Maybe they're more of an afternoon insect. Can't really say. Well, there's the tall prairie grasses. They won't get much taller. Provides really, really good habitat for all sorts of critters. You know, deer, possums, raccoons, probably 20 different types of field mice, field rats, and shrews, and moles, skunks. And then you have your predators, coyotes mostly, but you'll have your minks and probably a few coyotes, or a few bobcats. You don't see them very often. Caught the glimpse of one earlier in the year. Of course, I wasn't filming, so that's why I try to do as much filming as long as possible. Here's the campground. I think they use it for a weekend getaway. Not a bad idea. You can tell that it's being a little bit more taken care of. So it's been mowed and weed whacked. I don't know if anybody's here during the day, unless they're doing maintenance. They need to weed whack the back end too. They want to keep the critters away. And we got more forest. Mud Creek makes a swing back through here. Definitely lots of fish, bluegill, chubs, yellow bullhead, minnows, probably carp. Haven't caught any yet. I think I'm going to start sending my net out again and seeing if I start catching anything different now that it's later in the year. Sometimes different species move at different times in these waterways. I know that the bluegill are doing really well in my pond, along with the minnows that I put in there. That's all good stuff. Coming up to the junkyard. Came by here last night. I was videoing within the car. Didn't really see anything of interest, so probably just going to delete that video. It's kind of nice with the new technology we have. Same two trucks. It's being mowed to a point. Just really don't know the story here. I got a big vehicle coming through. Let me get on the other side of the road. So even out here in the boonies, you gotta keep yourself really aware of what's going on. Looks like it's slowing down. Trash truck. You know, it's unlikely that I'm gonna run into any trouble out here. I am prepared for it. Well, you know, I got a pocket knife, and I also got another personal protection device that I won't mention, but we all know what it is. Chances of using it out here, remote to zero, but there is still a chance. A lot of the criminal element is coming into the suburbs and then even coming further out to take advantage of people who are just not paying attention. They haven't really came out here yet, but that day's coming. Where I used to live, it's getting hit quite often. And it's just people just going around their daily routine and not paying attention to their surroundings. And outside car stops, 3 or 4 people jump out and got a gun in your face. So, here, if I see something that's suspicious, I do believe I got you covered. But what I do expect is just a nice peaceful walk, an enjoyable walk which I'm having. And I'm happy everybody has joined in. The surrounding bean fields, corn fields, lots of woods here. It doesn't take long for a field like that to turn into that. I would say about 15, 20 years. Just stop mowing it and Mother Nature will spring all that stuff up. You know, they plant a lot of the trees at my place, but the ones further out in the field, those are volunteers. You know, to the point where I even need to go out there and thin them out. And you get different types of habitat as you sit there and I heard a kitty. Meow. As you get into different, you know, what's in a cornfield, there's wildlife out there. And what's in a prairie is going to differ than what's in the forest. Forest, you can hide bigger animals. Prairie, there's more cover. It's greater for the smaller animals. There we go. Cowbird. So I've already walked past my 1 1/4 mile marker. So I know probably today will be about a 3-mile hike. I don't have the pack on, so that does allow me to have a faster pace. And I'm gonna walk to this corner here and then make my turn around. It's a great way, walk's a great way to stimulate the appetite, loosen up the other systems, get the circulation going. It's great for the heart, muscle tone, you know, endurance. Very nice area. It's mowed, nice and clean. And I think the electrical box will be my turnaround point. Probably the site of a future homestead. Oh, wait a minute, there's the one place I wanted to show. Might make this a short. I can show the bitter critter. He had found like an abandoned shed out there in the middle of nowhere, and this one's ours. I wouldn't say it's abandoned. The fact that the field is mowed and there's a current political sign there. But out here, they keep them standing until they fall. No repairs, no paint, no nothing. Just build it and then let her go. So let's see what we got in there. Looks like some drums. A trailer. Probably some knickknacks. And it's posted private property. So no exploring. If I was a kid, we'd be in there exploring. So we did that when we were kids. There was an old silo we used to explore, and an old barn. We helped the one farmer redo the interior of his house when we were tearing the walls off. We found an old Peter Hand's Brewing Company can that they, put in the wall. A lot of times the workers would have a beer during lunch or whatever, and then they just put it in the wall and then plaster right over it. I think it was kind of a thing to do. And back then when the drinking and labor laws were a little more lax. But But it was kind of cool finding that can. I still have it. And that was just, we just went and explored. You know, there was an old junkyard we found some really cool glass jars and some old beer cans there. So we always explored when we were kids. There was no Xbox or PlayStation, you know, to keep us inside. And I think that's one of the problems that we have, a health issue with a lot of our young ones. I was talking to a retired Army officer, and they're saying the problem they're having with recruits is literally they can't handle the stress of the physical part. That, you know, they got their bones fracturing, hips going out. You know, these are 18, 19, 20-year-old young people that can't handle a 3-mile jog. You know, can't handle an obstacle course. Can't do 10 push-ups. You know, sit-ups, forget about it. And these are the ones that pass the test to go through. You know, I mean, I think there was 119 of us in my unit. I think we had 6 drop out. Most of it was because of they couldn't handle the mental stress. You know, and to find out that most of them are dropping out because they can't handle the physical stress is sad. And as much as I like to fire up the Xbox before I go to bed and play maybe 30 minutes of Fallout 3, that's it. During the summer, unless it's torrential rain, it's not on. I don't think I've turned that thing on for a month and a half. And the sun's out, I'm out. Either out on a hike, mowing the lawn. I gotta do a little bit more of that today. Working in the garden. I'll be doing that again. You know, or just throwing a discus, which I won't be doing today. Although the arm's much better. Just don't want to do anything stupid. So, thanks everybody for joining in. Appreciate it. And I'm going to finish up the rest of my walk here. If I do see something of interest, I'll probably re-record it. Probably when I go back up the Mud Creek. So remember, rest, nutrition, proper exercise, walk, hike, run, yoga, lift weights, lift heavy weights, lift light weights lots of times. You know, calisthenics. All that stuff is good for you. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Park further from the store entrance. All those are little things you can do to keep you in better shape, because if you don't, when you get older, it's not going to be a good thing. You know, I do pride myself at my age of 61, and I'm pretty active. You know, run if I need to. I demonstrate that. You know, stairs are no problem. You know, and I know a lot of people in my age group that all those things are an issue. And a lot of times it's because they're paying for the last 3-4 decades of not doing anything physically demanding. So, eat healthy, exercise, stay healthy, both mind, body, and soul. And everybody have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I will be posting videos on my competition on Sunday. Well, I probably won't post them on Sunday unless I get an internet signal. We'll see how it is at the high school. But Monday, late afternoon at the latest, I will have the post in there. Sunday, I'll give out the results and let you know how I did. MacBean Scottish Fitness. I'm continuing my walk.